All right, it's 8 o'clock. Good evening, everyone. This is Flash with Flash Weather, another weather briefing. I know I had one last night, but just wanted to provide some more information in greater detail as we inch closer to the onslaught/onset of Winter Storm Euless, I believe is the name. Let me double check. It's actually Uri. I'll get to that map in a second, a little bit of a preview there. We'll start with the local narrative, the winter weather headlines as issued by the National Weather Service in Nashville. Still on a winter storm watch. I was hoping to wait till we got into a winter storm warning to debut this video. That will likely change overnight. You can see some counties west of the river in the Memphis television market under that winter storm warning. You can see the counties in pink. That is going to shift east. I can almost guarantee it. I can't imagine with the totals in play that we're going to just be limited to advisory. And you can see this is fairly new. Yeah, 3 o'clock Central. National Weather Service going with these snow totals. Clarksville 6, Waverly 6, Nashville 3 to 4, Columbia 3 to 4, 4 inches in Waynesboro, 3 to 4 in Lafayette, 2-3 Smithville, 1 to 2 in Jamestown, Oklahoma. Interesting to see lower totals further east on the plateau. They're going to be in warmer air, so they're not going to be, their vertical column of air is going to have some above freezing layers. So they're going to get more sleet and mixture. You can actually see the forecast ice totals up to a quarter inch for a good chunk of the mid-state, and I do think that that is going to be an underrated part. A lot of us are talking snow, but there's going to be ice before the snow arrives, so there's going to be a very slippery layer underneath acting as the foundation for the snow to fall on top of it. How much snow, I still think, is a question mark, but it's good to see that the National Weather Service, very conservative, very right-wing in their estimates and even in their, the timing of their advisory criteria. But clearly we have a pretty interesting winter storm coming into play, and temps, you could see it much colder in Clarksville and Waverly by a wide margin. The further west you go, the colder it's going to be. Over in Crossville, Tullahoma, they're the warm spots. So let's look at the 18Z GFS. And one thing has come into view rather clearly compared to this time yesterday. There's going to be two waves or mini waves. This is not going to be an event where everything happens at once. This is going to have a part one and a part two. And you could see, Oklahoma and Texas get plastered. Arkansas, look at Shreveport, Monroe. They're going to get a ton of snow. But if we look at, this was the 18Z. This is valid 6Z Monday. So this is midnight tomorrow. What is it, 8 o'clock? So this would be 28 hours from now. A lot of mixed precip. This is freezing rain. This is sleet over Middle Tennessee. And again, I want to go back to the ice total map here. A lot of these ice totals are going to happen overnight, Sunday into Monday. You wouldn't want to be commuting. There's going to be a break in the action. That is part of the revelation of today. You could see as that high comes down to Minnesota at 1043 high, ushering in that cold Arctic air from the north, a valuable ingredient. You could see kind of between the what number am I? This is 42 and 48. Between 42 and 48 hours, we have this gap. I don't think it's a dry slot. I just think it's a break in the precip shield. And then it becomes snow. And you could see at 54 hours, this is valid, 0Z Tuesday. So this is 6 p.m. on Monday night. A lot of snow for most of the mid-state. Still freezing rain, sleet up in the plateau, but in southern middle as well. But that's a lot of snow. And even some lingering snow showers and light snow at hour 60. This is now midnight heading into Tuesday morning. So and it is out of here. By the time we get to 6 a.m. on Tuesday, we will have seen our storm totals. Now that's just the GFS run. Let's see if we could look at I don't think the HRR is going to tell us anything right now. Let's check the NAM, and we might be able to see something similar, although the 0Z is currently issuing, so I don't think we'll go to the 18Z. We'll see if we can see the whites in the storm's eyes. You could see very identical to the GFS so far. You see, okay, see that? Mixed precip. This is 9Z on Monday, so this is 3 a.m. There's a break, 6 a.m. Monday, so maybe the commute Monday morning won't be so bad. You could see there's still some patchy freezing rain and sleet going on, and a lot of mixed precip, a lot of sleet in Louisiana and Mississippi. So maybe their snow totals won't be as significant. Normally, NAM overblows snow totals because of its cold bias, but you can see that low at Mobile. A little bit further south on the NAM, it was over like, well, it eventually is going to scoot up. Look at that. It goes almost north-northwest, riding the spine of the Appalachians there. But the NAM, very encouraging. Look at that. Look at all that snow in Middle Tennessee. Heavy snow. 21Z Monday, so that would be 3 p.m. Monday. The commute, if you're going into work on Monday, the afternoon commute is going to be a bear. I'm just going to say it. The morning commute might be rather tame, but you need to get out of the office early. You need to consider a half day or not even going in at all and working from home. That's how serious I am. I'm very anti-gridlock. I've been a part of some bad storms here in Nashville. January 16, 2003, February 9, 2011 are probably the top two gridlock days this century, and both left a mark and a scar for many of us. So take these storms lightly. They don't happen very often. This is the most snow we're going to see, probably widespread snow for this viewing area since Jonas, January 22nd, 2003. The good thing is that it's a holiday for most, so I don't think the traffic will be as bad. School traffic may not be an issue. Let's get off of tropical here and go to just jump into the totals here. Again, this is 18Z GFS, and there's going to be a spread here. Again, if this is just let me show you the pathway to the total accumulation snowfall, 10-to-1 ratio. Nothing there, but let's just jump out to 84 hours because we'll get our totals at that point. Now, the GFS is interesting. It's kind of shafting Memphis and Little Rock in that corridor there. They should be getting more snow than that, but still, Murfreesboro, this is good for you if this were to verify. Even Lebanon. I don't think this is accurate, but GFS kind of being generous with the snow totals further east. That is the trend we're looking at. Again, the 0Z NAM is officializing here, but the 18Z, look at that. Now, a lot of that is sleet. Again, I talked about the sleet to snow ratio. For every inch of sleet, that's 3 inches of snow. So sleet robs your snow totals. We're not going to get 6 inches of snow in Nashville. It could happen, but I doubt it will happen. I don't think that Hopkinsville was going to see 9 inches. Clarksville 5.3. Clarksville's going to get more snow than Nashville. This is just weird. But I do think that the ceiling for this event, 7 inches, 8, 9. I do think that there will be some isolated pockets of 7, 8, 9. I just don't think it will be this widespread as the NAM is suggesting. So the NAM is almost there, but not quite. Euro high res. Euro high res, very generous. The cold bias with this model as well. My thought is take the Euro high res, divide in half, and you'll get something. And I think that's probably the right play. If you do that in Nashville, you get 4, Clarksville 5, and all of a sudden, let's go back to the snow totals here, National Weather Service, you get something similar. So the models are talking with the local forecasts. There's a sharp cutoff. That's going to be a true feature with this system. There's going to be a sharp cutoff with the snow totals. I just think this is overdone a little bit. So we saw the GFS, the NAM, the Euro. There's some local, there's some short-term models we can get in. There's all the different models. Let's look at the GFS parallel just for fun. And you could see a lot of pinks, a lot of purples. Again, take the average of these models, divide in half, and I think that that's consistent with what the National Weather Service is putting out. So that's all I'm going to say there. Let's go to day 3. This is WPC, Weather Prediction Center, and I want to go to winter weather. I want to go to the interactive winter weather map here, and we can now make use of this feature a bit more. You could see it's pretty much a lock. Those dark reds, it's 95% chance they're going to get 1 inch of snow or more. Let's go to 1 inch and just kind of go out to, you could see 6 a.m. noon Tuesday, likely odds that we're going to see at least 1 inch of snow on the ground. And that's all it takes to make things pretty. 2 inches, again, likely 4 inches. I am curious why WPC is a bit stingy. Probably is for 4 inches, but I mean, it's chance probs for 4 inches for the northwest quadrant of Middle Tennessee. So I think that's not far off. I would like to see that a bit more southeast, but I was looking at this too. I didn't show this yesterday. The plume viewer only showing a mean of 2.25, 2.5 inches for Nashville. So I do think that's, you can see there's plenty of runs higher than that. I think the max is 6, a little over 6. Still have plenty underneath the 2, but I think that there's the consensus, the agreement is that there's going to be accumulating snow in Nashville. The question is how much. Will this be a 1 to 3 inch affair where, it's more in line with the winter weather advisory, or will, we see something 2 to 4, 3 to 4? Will we see something that warrants a winter storm warning being issued? So we'll see how much will ice, sleet, freezing rain eat into that total. Remains to be seen. But here's my first call map, or rather my second. I did issue one earlier today. And this might be a bit too bold in spots, but I do think that the cutoff will be, I still think it's going to be just a few counties over to the east of the metro populace. So Davidson, Williamson, I still think you're going to get 2 to 4 in general, with maybe 1 to 2 in Lebanon and Murfreesboro. You might get more. I'm not saying that, like Lewisburg down in Marshall County, you might end up getting more. But I do think that the grid framework is going to be as so, where you have cutoffs from southwest to northeast. I think the hot spot will be Stewart County, parts of Montgomery and Houston. I think this is mostly correct, maybe just slightly overdone, but that's the general gist. We're not looking for dead-on accuracy, but just a general gist. And I'm sure the higher elevations down here, Lincoln, Moore, Bedford, they might do more than one. But in general, this is just for the majority. There's going to be some higher peaks, some higher elevations, hot spots within these zones that are going to outperform the mean. But these are just general ranges, mean ranges, if you will. So I think that's all I wanted to share with you guys. I think we've covered everything. So, yeah, I really hope that this storm materializes. I'm really encouraged by the trends that we're seeing today. A lot of model trends went further south and east, which is good. Normally, if you can kind of smell a bust at this stage of the game, where now there's a more northwesterly trend and those snow totals are shifting further away into western Kentucky. But I think that there is high confidence that between sleet and snow, we're going to get multiple inches of mixed precipitation, the majority of it being snow. That's really the takeaway today. The majority of the precip that falls will be snow, but there's going to be enough precip in the beginning that starts as sleet and freezing rain for some. It's going to be treacherous driving conditions. Hopefully the primaries, the secondaries are treated well. TDOT does their thing, and I think we'll all be fine. But just be on guard, and if there's any other updates, if I need to post a video tomorrow at this time, I will. But for now, I'm only going to post it if there's like a drastic change in the forecast. If things hold serve, I probably won't post another one, but just continue to post information and data up on my flash weather page. Be advised that if it's old news, it's bad news, as James Spann says. So make sure that when you're reviewing your resources that it is up to speed, up to date. Don't go by yesterday's news. Go by the most timely forecasts, posted within the last couple hours to get your expectations set to where they need to be. So have a great Sunday, and I will catch you on the fry as always. Peace.